And again, thank you very much for your participation. We would like to UTI's Vendor Forum, hosted by CRIF Vendor Integrity. As mentioned earlier, this session is now being recorded. Your participation for the session assumes your consent to be photographed as well as to be recorded. A little bit of housekeeping. For our data privacy advisory, we would like to remind everyone that your personal data is going to be shared to our co-host, Manila Water Company. These details include your company name, your email address, as well as your contact information. Likewise, CRIF these details to add you as recipients to our monthly newsletters, as well as update your pre-qualification status, as well as to update our commercially active universe of active companies here in the Philippines. So again, if you have any questions regarding your vendor status or your project status, we have the full team of MWCI to support us this afternoon. Not only that, for today's agenda, we will be exploring MWCI's incoming and future project, learn more about the MWCI application procedure for their vendors, be familiar with MWCI's finance process. If you have any questions regarding billing or regarding collection, we will be able to answer those questions for you this afternoon. You will also get to know via DNB process or via CRIF Dun & Bradstreet Vendor Integrity Access process, how to maximize your membership within the system, how to upload your documents. All of those questions will be answered for you today. And finally, we again encourage everyone to participate and engage with our panelists this afternoon. Please use the Q&A box or the chat box to ask any of your questions. To allow for us to again formally start this event as well as welcome all of the participants this afternoon, we would like to call on Ms. Evangeline M. Clemente, Supply Chain Management Group Director from Manila Water. Ms. Evangeline?
Ayan, magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Kumusta po kayo? We hope that you're all doing well, in very good health, and salamat po for making time. Thank you all for making time for this vendor forum. As Ardenas listed earlier, this afternoon will be packed with a lot of information and new things that we will be sharing with you. So ako po uli si Eva Clemente. I am wearing 2 hats in Manila Water. On the one hand, I handle strategic asset management in charge of master planning and monitoring and up to checking execution and benefits realization. And then on the other hand, I handle supply chain management as a group. This afternoon, our focus will be on how together and in partnership with you, how we can build a stronger collaboration and relationship as we continue to provide water and wastewater services for the East Zone. I want to thank many of you who have been our partners in the delivery of water and wastewater services for the concession area. So maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. In 2021, we are looking to roll out many more infrastructure projects for water and wastewater services. And that's about more than 15 billion pesos worth of infrastructure that need to be accomplished. Aside from that, we also know that we need to, as we implement on 2021, we also need to conduct bid events to support our future requirements for 2022 and 2023. So this afternoon, you will meet many of my colleagues in Manila Water. I am joined by my deputy in supply chain management, Jhoanna Doloza. And then I suppose you will be interfacing heavily with Kat Chanota. Could you wave your hand, Kat? So, Kat Kath is our head for vendor sourcing and support. So as you go through accreditation, as you go through many vendor-related concerns, I am sure you will be interfacing with Kath. On procurement, there's Miguel de la Torre, who is whose picture is rotating, and then there's Jen Doctor for capital procurement, and then there's Migs Bautista for OPEX procurement. We are also very much supported by our colleagues from finance. Andito po yung colleagues namin in project management. So mamaya, in a little while, Nats and Joyce and our partners from finance will be presenting. Kasi as I've mentioned earlier, we will be telling you about a new platform we'll be using for bid events. And we'll also share with you a guide on claims processing. And then CRIF DMB will be in brief telling you about the accreditation process. And I'm sure you're all looking forward to a bit more details on the projects we will be bidding out this year. So, siguro po, I'm sure you will have questions. The 2020 has been a challenging year for most of us. 2021 is still a very unique year, and we continue to feel the effects of COVID-19. But alam naman po siguro nating lahat that in every challenge comes great opportunities. And so as we partner with you to continue to provide water and wastewater services, know that we are just an email away, and that we are always happy to talk with you, to connect with you, so that we can work together for these many exciting projects and requisitions coming up. So altogether, I call on all of us to continue to improve towards an excellent delivery of projects and services to accomplish and provide for many people in the East Zone.
Maraming salamat po, Ms. Evangeline, for that very encouraging message. Sabi nga, Ms. Evangeline, this event in particular is geared towards helping MWCI's partners as well as VIA members to ease the pre-qualification and accreditation process by giving you all the information that you need during this afternoon's event. To start off, we would like to welcome on stage our very own Ms. Evelyn Nolasco, Business Development Leader and Relationship Manager for MWCI, to walk us through vendor integrity access, a product of CRIF Dun & Bradstreet, which our MWCI's partners will be using to pre-qualify. Ms. Evelyn?
Thank you, Arden. Once again, partners, vendors, suppliers, contractors, maraming salamat po for joining us in today's afternoon session. You can call me Lynn, Evelyn, or Eve, just in case you have clarifications on concerns related to pre-qualification or accreditation. Feel free to message us sa Q&A, and then later on we'll address those clarifications. So we've been using VIA for the past year. So basically, upon reading or assessing yung mga attendees natin ngayon, those companies are very familiar sa amin simply because you have an existing VIA profile na rin sa platform. So what is VIA? Basically, this is an online compliance platform which we aim to help you mitigate risk in terms of compliance. So may mga vendors or contractors na may chances na hindi familiar din sa mga requirements related to the accreditation process. So, ang ginagawa natin dyan is we will help you educate what are the list of required documents that we need to comply not only with MWCI but also to the local registry. And apart from it, is our objective is really to help you on board with the MWCI accreditation, because we are the first step of the accreditation process of MWCI. We conduct the legal and financial evaluation, in which after that, the MWCI team will conduct the technical evaluation. So from the standpoint of buyer, in this case, it's MWCI, it's very easy for their standpoint, simply because it's online. They can easily monitor yung pre-qualification status of our vendors, kung nasaan na tayo dun sa process, like were we able to submit the requirements? Is there any lacking requirements that we need to comply? Or yung the flow now is with CRIF Dun & Bradstreet, wherein we need to evaluate you regarding the criteria of MWCI. And then for the standpoint of vendors or us partners, we make pre-qualification more convenient, especially it's online. So regardless if you want to upload your requirements on a Saturday or on a Sunday, if you want, you can do that, and our team will eventually review the requirements on the following day, which is Monday. So previously kasi, back 2012 to 2004 to 2012, the process is offline, wherein literal pupunta kayo sa office namin to submit the hard copies, the original and the photocopy, and with all your suggestions, your feedbacks, we were able to innovate our process, and that's the reason why there's VIA or Vendor Integrity Access. Now, what's in it with you as a supplier, as a contractor, or a service provider? Bakit kailangan namin dumaan for accreditation or pre-qualification? So like what I've mentioned kanina, we will address or help you go on board. I-onboard namin kayo with the accreditation process or pre-qualification of MWCI, helping you to be compliant on the requirements of the buyer. And of course, we, like what I've mentioned kanina, we will help you grow your business within the platform. We cater to a lot of industries, the likes of real estate, utilities, manufacturing, etc. So since, for example, you wanted to grow, you wanted to target additional buyers on top of the MWCI, you can do that using the platform. And then last but not the least is the fair assessment. So we are very transparent in terms of assessing the company. We will also inform you on the inconsistencies that we find during the evaluation. So sasabihin din namin sa inyo kung nakita namin, like for example, you need to comply with regards to the general information, say directors. Normally may mga nakikita tayong inconsistency dyan. Like for example, financial statements, wherein may mga nakikita tayo dyan na hindi balance yung balance sheet. Of course, we are not here to hinder you in terms of growing your business. We are here to help you be compliant, and hopefully we'll be able to onboard you with MWCI accreditation. I'd like to reiterate, we are just first part of the accreditation of MWCI, which is legal and financial compliance. So paano ba namin kayo mai-onboard sa VIA? First is we need to set you up in our platform. So ang mangyayari dyan, MWCI will provide your initial information, the likes of company name, address, contact person, email address, and contact number. After which, the vendor now can settle the fee. But prior to that, you need to classify or categorize your company based on total asset, or if you are a contractor, then it's automatic pickup. Then after payment, you need to upload your required documents based on your category. And last but not the least is you need to monitor your accreditation or pre-qualification status. Okay. So after natin ma-settle yung pre-qualification fee, what we need to do is we need to upload the required documents. So emphasize ko lang konting reminders about the documents na kailangan nating i-upload. The system alone, VIA can accept the file, per file, up to 50 MB. And then, please lang po, pag nag-upload tayo, use the correct name, correct and right file name. Kasi, si buyer, dyan din si CLEP in terms of checking your documents. So, if we say it's BIR 2303, kindly ensure na BIR 2303 yung uploaded documents. And then, in terms of format, kailangan naka-PDF siya. And then, after that, you need to ensure na ma-comply po natin yung requirements within the given timeline of the buyer. So later on, we'll ask MWCI if there's a specific timeline for those vendors or contractors na hindi pa nagko-comply to date. But as CRIF TNB, our standard policy is 3-month period. And of course, minsan nakakalimutan natin to. Yung iba after payment, and then wala nang uploading ng documents. So like what I've mentioned, 1 is set up, yun yung process natin na una. 2nd is payment. 3 is we need to upload the requirements. 4 is we need to monitor. So paano ba tayo magmo-monitor ng ating pre-qualification? So I'll conduct the demo now. So there. So kung maglalagin ako as a sample vendor, so I'll just key in my username and password, and this is my dashboard. So sa aking dashboard, I have company information. Ito yung tinatawag nating vendor registration form. I have company details, business details, and projects under the company information. And then after that, business details, projects, and now I can upload my documents. Okay, so sa documents naman, we have 2 types of documents, which is the common and the module. So, we were able to identify kung ano yung mga similar documents sa lahat ng buyers na meron kami. So, those are common. So, kung active member tayo, we don't need to submit those documents already. What we need to do is just proceed to the module documents and then upload the unique documents specific for MWCI. And please, don't forget to click the submit button. Nakapula po yun, naka-red siya, kaya hindi natin siya makakaligtaan na i-click yung submit button. Dito na mangyayari yung ating pagmo-monitor. So, for example, tapos na ako magbayad, tapos na rin ako mag-submit ng documents. Now, I need to know ano na yung status ko sa VIA. So, I'll just proceed to subscription tab. And there I can take a look on my status, kung yun ba ay report delivered, report ongoing, or documents incomplete. So kung halimbawa documents incomplete, from that tab, makikita natin kung ano yung mga lacking requirements natin. So kung tayo ay basic or premium or all access member, we will have the copy of our own business information report. So, in a sense, makikita natin on how we were able to assess or evaluate your company, and then kung ano yung ating DNB rating. Then, after that is upgrade or renew now. Dito mangyayari yung tinatawag nating we will help you grow your business within the platform. Meaning to say, dahil nga, halimbawa, we are very aggressive of looking for a potential client or buyer, then you have the entire list of the VIA buyers na meron kami dyan. Then you just need to click for each buyer na gusto nating offeran ng services natin. Then automatic the system will ask you to proceed with the next step of the pre-qualification. Okay. So, halimbawa, where our existing membership is either it's coupon or basic, ang ating kasama dyan sa benefit is we have the access to the buyer, but we are not visible. And of course, as a company, we wanted to have an access dun sa mga buyers. Tipong gusto natin, sila ang kusang lalapit sa atin. Ganon. So, ang mangyayari ngayon, we wanted to upgrade our membership from coupon to basic to premium, wherein it will help you connect to more prospective VIA buyers, and we will help you boost your credibility kasi visible kayo sa lahat ng buyers na meron kami, and definitely be part of our global directory through the DANS registered seal. I am very excited to share this with you, but I think yung iba dito, member na rin ng All Access. With all the series of orientations we've done for so many years, para pareho yung nakita naming concerns or pain points ng mga vendors, partners natin, na wala ba kayo isahang payment lang sa lahat ng kliyente nyo, CRIF DNB? Ganyan lagi naririnig namin tuwing merong orientation. And with all those feedbacks, we were able to come up a one and ultimate highest tier of membership ng VIA, which is the VIA All Access. And just in case na you are interested to be a member as All Access, feel free to reach out. We'll eventually show yung aming contact details for this one. So basically, feel free to reach out. Kindly, email nyo po kami, itawagan nyo kami kung excited tayo dun sa tinatawag naming All Access, as well as on how we onboard you to be one of the accredited or pre-qualified MWCI vendor. Thank you.
We would like to welcome now Mr. Nathan Correa, the Concession Investment and Accounting Department Head for Manila Water, to give us a brief background and a very, very quick introduction on the finance processes of MWCI. Sir Nathan?
Yeah, hi. Thanks, Arden. So, good afternoon to everyone. No? I'm Nathan. I'm the Concession Investment Accounting Department Head. We're in charge of processing the billings for the projects or our CapEx disbursements. So we wanted to take this opportunity to help you, our partners, understand more and familiarize with the claims process as well as the requirements for billing. Our end goal here is to really have a smooth process from start to finish, and to help everyone with that, my colleague Jhoanna, she will be presenting the claims process as well as the discussion of the requirements. At the end of our presentation, we'll also let you know where to provide your questions, concerns, or feedback. I'm sure you might have more questions, and the 30 minutes might not be enough to accommodate all.
I would like now to introduce Mr. Renato C. Belmonte, the Headline Project Manager for Water Supply System Projects of MWCI. Sir Renato?
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. First and foremost, thank you, Arden. So, giving us this opportunity to present to you, as mentioned by Arden, the programs of Manila Water in the next 5 years. I'll be starting off, but after me, there will be two other wastewater facilities, brownfield projects for our existing ones, and also deep well projects. So for my case, for my part, I'll be presenting water source development projects in Manila Water.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Joyce General, the Headline Project Manager for Manila Water's Wastewater Capital Project. Next, please. So from 1997 to date, when Manila Water took over the operation and maintenance of sewerage services, we already completed around 4 sewage treatment facilities with a total of 310 million liters per day capacity. Currently, we have a 100 MLD facility in Pasig, Lugin STP, which is under commissioning stage. For our future projects, we are targeting to construct an additional of 10 facilities that will increase the total wastewater volume capacity to be treated by 2037 around 847 ML.
Probably before I start, let me give a background in terms of the coverage, scope, as well as the portfolio of Capital Works. So basically, we have two headlines under Capital Works. One is the South Headline and the other one is the North Headline. The South Headline covers business areas of Taguig, San Juan, and Pasig, while the North Headlines covers Quezon City, Marikina, as well as Rizal business area. In terms of project portfolio, Capital Works Headlines is heavily focused on water and used water reliability projects, as well as smaller pipeline networks. So these are our pipe replacement, as well as our pipe extension or mainline extension projects across all business area. For 2021, we have planned a significant number of projects under the water supply and wastewater facility rehab, as well as reliability projects. So these are the typical facility projects like BFDs, valves, pumps and motors, flow meters, as well as our used water asset maintenance program, in which in terms of nature and scope as well as extent are almost similar to our water reliability projects. These projects are in various development phases as of this time, and we are planning to ramp up the implementation of this project starting Q2 up to Q3 down to Q4 of this year. So all in all, we have planned for 182 packages for water and wastewater as well for 2021. Probably this is one of the major program that we are going to implement this year, starting this year, the BNR compliance program. So basically, this program will takes us about 1 to 2 years starting this year for us to be able to comply with the DAO 2016-08. So
Yes, thank you for asking, Robert. The requirements for each of the projects are detailed in the bid documents in terms of reference that we send out. So we'll need to check whether the requirements will be for the manpower complement of the firm or the firm as a whole. So we'll need to check project per project basis. Definitely, you can be qualified in various categories depending on what is required of the category you would like to be part of. So, sila Lynn Nolasco and Kath Sanota will be helping you out, Alan. I'd like to thank CRIF DNB for putting us all together, and I'd like to thank all of you for listening for the full 3 hours. And special thanks to our presenters, sila Lynn, sila Tin, sila Cha, sila Arlene, Nats, Joyce, and Rolly. I hope that we've sparked your appetite for all of the projects we have shared with you. If I may share, the accomplishments we all together made in 2020 was a first in the history of Manila Water. It was the highest in terms of capital infrastructure investment we've laid out at a cost of over 10 billion pesos. And this year, we plan to exceed that, targeting 15 billion plus and more per capital expenditure, plus additional billions for operating expenditure. So we know we can't do it by ourselves, and we will need your expert inputs, your expert support, and your good bids as we continue to provide water and wastewater services to the whole East Zone. Never before have we laid out this much projects, and we are at the peak of our capital plan when it comes to our concession in the East Zone. So that's for all of you, our dear partners and vendors. I'd also like to take this opportunity to share with those who have live contracts with us, our partners. We have a corporate program for access to the vaccine for COVID-19. And to be upfront, we are not selling, and we do understand that being vaccinated is a personal decision. We also know that the LGUs have a program for accessing the vaccine, but we just like to share with you you being our partners, that we can extend to you the access to the vaccine for those of your for your personnel deployed to Manila Water projects and contracts. So if you are interested, please reach out to your respective contract administrators, contract managers, or program managers for the mechanics. So as I've said earlier, it's an extension of access because most of us probably know that the vaccine will not be commoditized for sale. And so as uh, in appreciation of our continuing partnership, we are willing to extend this corporate access to you, our vendor partners.
I would like to thank everyone for giving time to hear the projects and opportunities within Manila Water, including our presentation about our internal processes from accreditation to qualification and billing. So I hope that helped everyone in processing their transactions with us. So to emphasize our appreciation to all our vendors, I just want to look back in 2019. We all know that Manila Water experienced difficulties and challenges with our water supply. And at that time, our contractors, suppliers, and service providers supported us in restoring the water service within East Zone. And they accompany us in water pressure management, acceleration of implementation of our network projects, especially in Rizal and in various high elevation areas. From big treatment plant projects to installation of static tanks, we feel that our vendors are our true partners. In 2020, um, as we still need to catch up for constructing new treatment plants, distribution lines, and deep wells, we are also catching up with our BNR project. So we thank our technology providers, pipe laying contractors, and general engineering contractors for keep on participating in our bid events, market scan, and even during inquiry, even with our very challenging work arrangement set up because of the pandemic. So we hope you continue to support Manila Water in delivering our service obligation, and we'll do our best to address all concerns to ensure smooth business operations. So we thank you, and we hope to see you again in our next events and forums. Maraming salamat.